Welcome into the 2026 Filipino World Series Day 3 here as the first pitch from Peyton Chung. The pitcher for Team Canada today is in there on the outside part of the zone for strike number one. Will Lewin and Henry Harrison here joining you alongside for a beautiful day of baseball as the next pitch from Chung, again finding that outside part of the corner, strike two. Peyton Chung was the honorary first pitch thrower in yesterday's celebrity softball game, acting as the first female player to join the Philippines baseball group. We're happy to have her here. Her 0-2 pitch in the dirt for a ball quickly makes it 1-2 the count now. We've got an exciting day here, Henry. What are the things you're looking out for Mid-Atlantic and Team Canada here?
Mid-Atlantic still looking for their first win in their first Filipino World Series 2026.
As that ball is smacked towards the left field, it's going to land in foul territory. We'll do it again at 1-2 there.
Meanwhile, Team Canada at 1-1 just looks to stay in that upper half of the bracket in which they're in. Either team comes out of this game, we'll see where we stand for the playoffs tomorrow.
That pitch not going to find the zone. It'll be ball two. 2-2 count here. It's Mikhail Wood starting things off for Team Mid-Atlantic. The 2-2 pitch from Chung finds the outside part of the zone, strike three. Wood can't believe it as he throws his hands up in distress, but it'll be the forced out of the game recorded by Team Canada and Peyton Chung's first strikeout of the tournament.
Great location there. Peyton comes out dishing from the first batter. She's definitely got her best stuff out there.
The next hitter here for Team Mid-Atlantic is Jensen Martinez as he takes that pitch for what I believe was a ball. I wasn't actually looking up on that pitch. Peyton Chung coming set. The 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Big swing and a miss there from Martinez. Next pitch finds that inside part of the zone. That first pitch was a ball. So it is now a 1-2 count here as Martinez is going to take his time here at home plate. Mid-Atlantic trying to get the action going early here. Chung's 1-2 pitch swung on, lifted into shallow right field. It'll drop in front of the right fielder of Team Canada. A base hit single for Jensen Martinez, and the first runner is aboard. Looking around the field here for Team Canada, at first base is Noah Bindu. Second base will be Lucas Terrelhado. Shortstop Aiden De Leon, and the third baseman Lorenzo Castro. In the outfield from left to right, Roman Whitford, Jonah Javier, and I believe that will be Malabanan, possibly in right, or Blaze. Not sure where those two people in the lineup are playing as that first pitch is called a ball. The hitter now, Jeremy Reyes. Back pick at first is going to be unsuccessful. Chung tried to catch the runner Martinez sleeping. He's able to get back on a dive. Jeremy Reyes from Rockville, Maryland, Damascus High School. Digging into home plate here. That pitch outside for a ball. Peyton Chung's first bit of adversity here. She's got a runner on base. Only one down here in the top half of the first inning. Mid-Atlantic with their yellow jerseys. Team Canada in the red. 2-0 pitch finds that outside part of the zone. We've seen a lot of those strikes called on the outer part of the zone, Henry. You'd wonder if that's kind of an area that Peyton Chung would like to attack for the rest of the day.
Well, especially after that last strikeout we saw there. Runner goes to second. He'll be safe after the shortstop's unable to come up with the ball. But yeah, after the umpire lets you know where his zone is, you should definitely continue to attack that same part. So I'd like to see Peyton attack the outside part of the zone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I forgot to highlight Ellis Chua behind the dish here for Team Canada. Like you said, Henry, not able to get that throw down in time. It's a 3-1 count here for Chung with a runner in scoring position. That pitch swung on in the bat. It looked like it broke. Oh my goodness, it did. A broken BB Core bat in the Filipino World Series, Henry. I have never seen that live.
There's definitely a first time for everything. Glad everyone's okay. That was a bit of a comebacker, that barrel just landing to the left of the pitcher's mound.
Peyton Chung able to get out of the way of that one. Wood is jokingly swinging the barrelless bat, only the handle as he walks his way back to the dugout. It brings up Chase Riley for Team Mid-Atlantic here. While this game is going on, Team All-States is taking on Team Midwest at Los Angeles Pierce College. We'll be keeping you updated throughout that game of the days. That ball is ripped into left center field. Center fielder giving chase on it. He's not going to have the tag. Two runners are running back-to-back with each other. They're both going to try and score at the same time. Here comes the throw. They're both in time as the throw is offline. A 2 RBI double for Mr. Riley to start off the scoring for Team Mid-Atlantic.
Called the broken bat a bit of an omen as Canada breaks this game open with 2 runs quickly here in the top of the first, 1 away.
Great piece of hitting there from Riley as the new hitter Resurrection will step into the box here for Mid-Atlantic. Chung looking to make her way out of this inning. That pitch finds that outer part of the zone, strike 1. Chung looking in. Takes a look over at second base. Here's her 0-1 pitch. Off speed inside for a ball. 1-1 the count here. And Mid-Atlantic kind of down on hard times to start off this tournament. Their 2 losses have been by double digits to start off this tournament. So having them score early to start off this ball game is definitely some good omen for the team in yellow. Here's the 2-1 from Chung. That pitch swung on and fouled back. It'll even up the count at 2-2. Resurrection coming from Washington, D.C., coming out of friendly high. Just trying to get some more runs on the board here for Team Mid-Atlantic. Off-speed pitch is going to hit him, and he flips the bat passionately as he gets his free 90. I feel like in moments like that, Henry, I'm always kind of reminded of when you are hit by a pitch, you have to at least show some sort of effort that you were trying to get out of the way of it instead of just standing there. So Resurrection really did just stand there, but umpire gives him his free 90 there. And it'll bring up the new hitter, Evan Jacobo. First pitch from Chung, outer part of the zone again. It won't be a strike. She really is kind of honing in on that outer half against these righties, Henry.
Well, because when she brings it closer to the center, they're really taking advantage of those pitches. So it is a safer bet to stay to that outside part of the zone if she gets a strike on that one.
Yeah, outer part of the zone again. It's good command here from Peyton Chung to start off the day. It's just like you said, those pitches that have been closer to the zone for these players, they've just taken it for a ride so far. 1-1 fouled back. Head in the count here, 1-2. Still only 1 out recorded. A runner in scoring position. That's Riley on second. Resurrection on first. Again, the hitter Jacobo here. The pitch from Chung. Inside as Jacobo turns away from it. And now the count is even, 2-2.
Going back to what you were saying about how normally you want to see some movement to try to get out of the way for the hit by pitch. Sometimes it might be taken the wrong way when you move and you still get hit. You might be called out for like intentionally getting hit. So maybe as a batter, it would be safer just to hold your ground, in other words.
Yeah, as Jacobo turns on that one, thought it was a ball. It's a strikeout looking. Peyton Chung's second strikeout of the day. So both outs recorded here from Team Canada, both by way of the K as that pitch swung on and missed. Dominant swing there from the new hitter, Nico Pelaez. Not able to find any barrel on that one. Start the count at 0-1 for Chung. Here's her pitch. Off speed, big looper, is able to find the zone. She's up early 0-2. Trying to leave these runners stranded here, get her team back in the dugout and try and work on this 2-run deficit early in this game. The 0-2 swung on, lifted high in the air. Center fielder and shortstop communicating. It'll be the second baseman going over to make the grab and the final out of the inning. So Mid-Atlantic are able to get 2 to come across home plate to start off today's game. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning where Canada are looking to respond.
My name is Peyton Chung, graduating class of 2027 from Notre Dame Catholic Secondary School, and you're watching the 2026 Filipino World Series.
Welcome back into what is game number, 10 of the Filipino World Series? Yeah, game number 10. Geez, we really are rolling along here. Will Lewin, Henry Harrison up here in the broadcast. Beautiful College of the Canyons. I almost said bootiful. Beautiful College of the Canyons as Team Canada are getting set to hit here. Lucas Terrell-Hyder will lead things off. Jonah Javier quickly following him. Aiden De Leon batting in the 3 spot with Noah Bindu hitting cleanup. Ellis Chua and Roman Whitford making up the 5 and 6 spots of the lineup. And Lorenzo Castro, Jorel Malabanan, and Makael Blaze finishing off the 7, 8, and 9 spots for Team Canada. Out on the field for Team Mid-Atlantic in the infield, we've got Haruki De Castro playing first base today. Jensen Martinez at second, Jeremy Reyes at short, and Chase Riley at third to close out the infield. Out in the outfield from left to right, Nico Pelaez in left, Mikael Wood in center, and Anthony Wallace in right. And up on the mound starting for Team Mid-Atlantic is Jordan Corominas. He'll be the designated fielder for Mid-Atlantic. Resurrección, we saw in the top half of the first inning, was able to get aboard. Not able to come in, though. It was a Chase Riley RBI double to get the scoring early here, Henry. And, I feel like we're poised for a very action-packed game here between these two teams.
That broken bat of Reyes also kind of started off that scoring drive for Team Mid-Atlantic. A bit of a bad omen if you're Team Canada.
So Corominas is actually a Los Angeles native. Finds himself playing for Mid-Atlantic in order to try and bolster up their lineup for the tournament. As I am almost forgetting to turn down the music. I got to make sure that I'm on top of that one today on multiple jobs. Calabasas High School, Mr. Corominas. Big illustrious club there as that ball is lifted towards left field. Left fielder took a terrible route on the ball and it'll drop for a base hit. Leadoff hitter Tedel Jairo is upstanding with a double. And Team Canada already attacking on the first pitch that they see.
Yeah, not sure what the left fielder Pelaez was thinking there. First couple steps forward. He kind of went in an arc and then had to end up going back to the ball. So definitely got to listen to your coach's advice, and you always, as an outfielder, take that first step back. But we'll see what he has for the next one.
It certainly is an awkward route, especially playing left field. As the next pitch is now drilled over to right field. It's going to get over the right fielder's head. Here comes the runner from second. He's going to score. It's a 2-1 ball game. The hitter, Javier, digging in for 3. It'll be a stand-up triple. And in 2 pitches, Canada have 2 extra base hits and have brought the deficit down to 1. Home plate umpires having a word with Tedel Jairo. Not sure what happened there. And now it brings up Aiden De Leon stepping up for Team Canada. Could this be a third pitch and another base hit for Team Canada, Henry?
Well, just as we say it, both corner outfielders for the Mid-Atlantic team kind of make the same mistake, but we'll see if Team Canada is able to capitalize on more of these big hits, that being the first pitch taken by a Canadian batter.
So finally we see the first pitch from Corominas that isn't a hit, but it will be a ball. The second one also a ball. It's a 2-0 count here. on the new hitter, Aiden De Leon. Manning the 6th spot here for Team Canada. Kotominius' 2-0 pitch, swung on, lifted the other way. This might go down as a base hit, and it will. It gets by the right fielder from Mid-Atlantic. De Leon digging for extra bases as he rounds second and is upstanding at third base yet again. Back-to-back stand-up RBI triples for Team Canada, and in the blink of an eye, this game is now tied 2-2.
Team Canada come into play. I mean, these boys came from far and wide. There's a couple of boys from the West Coast in British Columbia, but a majority of this team is Canadian players coming from way out in Ontario. So well-traveled, and they came to play tie ball game.
Noah Badou's first pitch. It's going to get by the catcher. The throw over to home. There's no one there to cover. Kotominas didn't feel a need to try and get over as he thought the run was going to score no matter what. The wild pitch there now makes it a 3-2 ball game in favor of Team Canada. An out yet to be recorded here for Mid-Atlantic. As Noah Bindu ahead in the count here, 1-0. Kotominas comes set. Here's the pitch, swung on towards the shortstop. It'll be a two-hopper. The throw over to first, a bit high, but the first baseman for Mid-Atlantic, that's DeCastro, able to reel it in for finally the first out of the inning for Team Mid-Atlantic, Henry.
Yeah, and a bit of a risky throw there. First baseman bailing out the shortstop, but one out. Now the situation changes. No runners on. Kotominas can kind of focus on the task at hand after getting a little bit shellacked in the first two batters of the inning.
So now this brings up Ellis Chua, the catcher. First pitch inside and in the dirt. No one on the base paths to advance. Start with a 1-0 count here. Team Canada, a phenomenal response here in the bottom of the first inning, giving up 2 runs in the top half. Immediately answer back with 3 runs of their own, all runners getting aboard via an extra base hit. We've seen so many of those bloop singles throughout the tournament, Henry. It's nice to see these guys driving the ball and digging for those extra bases. That pitch high and outside. Chua way ahead here, 2-0 the count.
You're right. We've seen a couple long balls, but most of these hits have been through the gap on the ground. So it's a good showing seeing these balls being driven out to the outfield.
4-pitch walk there issued to Chua. Kotominas gives up the free base and now brings up Roman Whitford as he's looking to keep the party going here for Team Canada. Runner on first base for him. With 1 out here, he can definitely move him over. The pitch inside for a ball, 1-0 the count. Second day here at College of the Canyons for you and I, Henry, and we've been harping on it about it so much. It's just such a beautiful backdrop here, tucked away in Santa Clarita, California. So that pitch is going to be fouled out of play. Mike Gillespie Field, home of the Cougars. And not to mention a pretty sizable football field as well. Henry, you and I were talking about kind of the one thing that would make this baseball field absolutely perfect, no blemishes for College of the Canyons, is lights. As that pitch is lifted high in the air, center fielder Woods got a beat on it, camps under it to make the catch. And that'll be the second out of the inning for Mid-Atlantic. This will bring up Lorenzo Castro, the third baseman for Team Canada. But yeah, as I was saying before, lights here would just be the perfect piece of facilities, as that ball is going to get away from the catcher, Jacobo, and it'll be a free 90 feet there for the base runner, Whitford, now in scoring position. or excuse me, Whitford just popped out. That's 2 on the base path. My mistake. Chua now on second. Castro the hitter. Corominas takes a look over at second base. Nothing going as that ball is lifted high and deep into left field. Left fielder going back. Spectacular grab there in the 7 spot. Basket catch from Mid-Atlantic's left fielder, Pelaez, as he's able to record the last out of the inning. It's not before Team Canada is able to get 3 runs of their own and take the lead back 3-2 against Team Mid-Atlantic.
My name is Cameron Resurrection, class of 2027 from Finley High School, and you're watching the Filipino World Series.
Welcome back here to game number 10 of the Filipino World Series. I really got to remember to turn down this music, Henry. Let me be honest with you. It'll be De Castro to lead things off here for Team Mid-Atlantic. His first pitch is a ball, second one also a ball. He'll start with a 2-0 count here. But before the break there, we were talking about the facilities here at College of the Canyons, and one of the things that you pointed out, Henry, was the fact that one of the things that I pointed out initially was that I feel like the reason why there probably aren't lights out on this field is maybe kind of like the neighboring areas. Santa Clarita, a very nice part of Southern California. And you like to imagine that with all that light, you might have some neighbors complaining as that pitch is swung on and missed from De Castro. It's a 2-2 count here. But then you brought up the football field. And I mean, you know, we can see their lights in the background here. And I mean, they are just massive. 2-2 pitch from Chung. Misses the outside part of the zone for a ball.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, College of the Canyons probably very concerned with being a good neighbor. And, you know, the first quarter of the year where we do have most of the baseball season, lights would be nice if you want to schedule night games out here in Valencia, but seems like so far they've been able to operate without them. But when they do, this would be a great home for the next iterants of the Filipino World Series with those exciting night game action that lights would provide.
That pitch swung on and missed. Drop third strike. Catcher handles it very easily after letting it fall in the dirt. And it'll be the 3rd strikeout of the day for Chung.
Boys, send it around the horn.
Now brings up Anthony Wallace here. First pitch grounded towards the shortstop. He bobbles it. It'll go down as an E6 there as Wallace reaches base safely. And now we're back to the top of the lineup here for Team Mid-Atlantic. Makael Wood going to lead things off here. Again, Mid-Atlantic, after going up 2 runs in the first inning, gave up 3 in the bottom half, and now find themselves playing comeback here. As that pitch swung on over to the left side of the infield, it'll land in foul territory. It's an 0-1 count. As Castro, the third baseman, is able to field that one on 2 hops. But yeah, I feel like the biggest caveat for being here at College of the Canyons is just the heat. I mean, it's a different kind of hotness here out in Valencia. I'm not sure if it's got something to do with elevation or something like that, but you know, I feel like when we're usually in the middle of the valley at Los Angeles Valley College, being here kind of next to the hills and the mountains, you kind of feel that heat trickling down. Throw back to first. It's a good idea there by Chung, but the runner Wallace able to see that one through as he dives back. Chung comes set. Here's the pitch. Outside part of the zone. The throw back to first nearly got Wallace there. He's got to be more careful on the base paths.
You know, one of the luxuries that College of the Canyons Gillespie Field has that we never had at Valley College, or I should say that the players in the Filipino World Series didn't have, was a nice grass field. We were just talking to Brandon to our left, and it really feels like your cleats are melting into that turf on a day like this. Up just low 90s, it'll still be like hell on earth out there.
That off-speed pitch from Chung evens the count, and I've actually had the displeasure of playing on Valley College's field once or twice when I was associated with the LA Community College District. And I mean, Brandon couldn't be more right on that part. You know, that's why they obviously recommend you to wear turf shoes rather than cleats because, I mean, you're just baking out there. So that pitch swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts on the day for Peyton Chung. She means business right now. She sits down Wood for the second time today, and it'll bring up Jensen Martinez. Jensen Martinez already has a base hit on the day so far, was one of the runners that came in from Mid-Atlantic last inning. That first pitch, not quite going to find the zone. It'll be a ball. Very good pitch there from Chung. But a great battle there on that last at-bat. 3-2 count. Able to win the fight. Record the second out of the inning. Pickoff attempt at first. Wallace is there. Wallace not with the biggest lead over there at first base, but he's definitely making it look a lot closer than what it is. Kind of switching up his feet there on the slide back. Obviously, you're kind of told to slide head first on the base paths when you're at first base especially, and he kind of sticks the foot out instead of reaching out for the hand. Everyone's got their preference, though. I've known people in college that, you know, still dive back with their legs rather than their hands. The 2-0 in the dirt and away from the catcher. Chua picks it up, but the runner will advance on the wild pitch from Chung, and it's a runner in scoring position now for Martinez. So an opportunity has presented itself here for Team Mid-Atlantic. 2 outs on the board, however. Got to be careful where they put this one. It's got to find some open real estate. Chung comes set. The pitch inside, not going to find the zone. Oh, it will actually. Did it find the zone? Did he call that a strike? He called that a strike? Okay, 2-1 count. Very late call there.
Home plate umpire Frankie Gonzalez getting acquainted with his strike calls.
That pitch swung on over towards the right side of the field. It'll drop in front of the right fielder. The runner will hold at third. Great throw there from Blaze. Able to get that ball all the way in on a dime. Heads up base running there from Wallace, knowing that he wasn't going to beat out that throw. And it'll bring up Jeremy Reyes. It's been Martinez and Reyes who were, again, the pivotal bats in that top half of the inning, both coming across the score. And now a runner 90 feet away from scoring. Pickoff attempt at first base, unsuccessful. Oh my goodness. Henry has just pulled up the All-States Midwest score, and I mean, we were joking around with Coach Murph on our chapters meeting on, what would that be, Wednesday night. And obviously a Midwest team, they're looking for their first win of the tournament, first win in Filipino World Series history. And, you know, we had our jokes. As the runner's going to take off from first base, he'll be in safely on the defensive indifference as Chua doesn't throw down. But we were joking about how, you know, Chris Murphy, going into this game, had a plus 30 run differential. Team All-States, back-to-back games scoring double digits, more than 15 runs in both games. They're now in the top of the second inning with bases loaded. They've scored 7 runs. It's a 7-1 ball game in the second as that pitch is going to hit the batter, Reyes, and now the bases are loaded here for Chung with 2 outs. I mean, we obviously joked about it when all states were here taking on Hawaii, but was that pep talk again from Coach Murph? Hey, I don't want this to go past the 5th inning. I want us to be done and rest our arms.
Yeah, we mentioned Team All-State so far in the 2026 edition of the Filipino World Series has been an unstoppable force, and both of our new chapters still looking for their first wins. Somewhat of a movable object is that ball. Frozen rope down the third base line. The runner from third is going to come in to score, and everyone just trades places. Castro, the third baseman, with the RBI single.
Castro was the fielder on that one at third base, not able to get a beat on that catch as it trickles out of his glove. That's Chase Riley over there. He's got his third RBI of the day now. And a balk is called. A balk in the second inning of this game. Field umpire here will bring in a free run for Mid-Atlantic, and they've regained the lead. It's a 4-3 ball game here as Resurrección is still looking to receive the first pitch of his at-bat. First pitch, outside part of the zone, called, strike one. 0-1 count here quickly for Resurrección. That pitch also finding the zone for a strike, now makes it 0-2 here. Pei Chung's got to be careful. Again, her command has been phenomenal so far in today's game. She's already racked up 4 strikeouts on the day. It's that pitch finding the outside part of the zone. Let's make it 5 strikeouts. Great piece of pitching there from Pei Chung. After the balk, she keeps her cool. 3 pitches on Resurrección to record the final out of the inning. Mid-Atlantic up by 1 as we head to the bottom of the second.
My name is Jonah Javier, graduating class of 2026. I'm a utility player from St. Mary's Catholic Secondary School, Pickering, Ontario, and I'm currently committed to Vermont State University of Linden. You're watching the 2026 Filipino World Series.
Bottom of the second inning coming your way here between Team Canada and Team Mid-Atlantic. We've had a run come across home plate every half of the inning so far in today's game. It'll be Dorel Malabanan to try and start things off here for Team Canada. Coromina still on the mound for Team Mid-Atlantic as the first pitch is in the dirt for a ball. So Joel Malabanan, the number 20 jersey for him this tournament. 1-0 count here. Swung on over towards the 5-6 hole. It gets through into left field. Bouncing ball is fielded cleanly there by Pelaez. Not an easy thing to do here with the thick kind of grass that we've seen at College of the Canyons. But it will be a leadoff base hit for Team Canada. And it brings up Makai Blaze. This is Blaze's first at-bat of the day. First pitch from Corominas. Outside part of the zone called. Strike one.
Yeah, we were talking to Coach Pinson from, I believe it was Team Hawaii before their game on Wednesday, and he was talking how the field here plays. It's fast to the infield. Balls tend to die in that thick outfield grass, so as an outfielder, you need to definitely run up on it. Not expect it to come to you. This ball getting away from the catcher. Runner round second, consider third, but go back as he's safe at second with a stolen base.
Yeah, Jacobo not able to get all of that one. A clean slide there on the backstop in order to retrieve that one. Keep the runner at second, not advance any more than that. So a runner in scoring position here for Blaze. See what he can do with this opportunity. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on right back up the middle. It'll be caught by the shortstop. The play at second base will not be in time. A diving Jensen Martinez tried to get there in time, and he is slow to get up over there at second base. Not what you want to see there, Henry, but it just goes to show the kind of grit and passion that these players have for, again, helping out their team as much as they can.
Yeah, great IQ there from the second baseman. Makes the real physical grab play and the dive back to second for that, what could have been a double play. Heads up base running from the Canadian base runner, getting back to second in time. Everyone's back on their feet. Corominas comes set. Checks the runner at second. The kick and the pitch. It's outside.
So this is Lucas Terojairo. You were wondering about that runner on first. That's Jarrell Malabanan on the base hit.
Standing over there on second now.
That's
This
right.
Staring match between Coromines. This pitch swung on, caught a bit of it. It'll be a 1-1 count.
Yeah, Tettle Hyro has already gone down in the stat sheet today with a base hit and a run scored. The 1, 2, 3 hitters for Canada all coming on and all coming across in the bottom of the first. The 1-0 pitch inside again, inside and low. Again, Tettle Hyro trying to replicate that same success here. Obviously led things off. He only saw one pitch his last at-bat in order to get on, but now he's got an opportunity to score an RBI early in this game, try and tie the game for Team Canada. That pitch low and inside, it'll trickle away from Jacobo, but runner will not advance from second. So it's a 3-1 count here. As Canada, again, looking to score more runs. Get a run scored every inning so far. Here's the pitch outside for ball 4. Runners now on first and second, as that will bring up Jonah Javier. A phenomenal eye there from Tettle Hyro. Able to work his way on base. As Javier, now with 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position. Trying to tie this game up, potentially retake the lead from Team Mid-Atlantic. Here's the pitch inside, doesn't quite catch a piece of Javier. It'll be ball 1. Canada have had an interesting run in this tournament so far. Their first game of the tournament was against the reigning champs from the 2025 World Series, Northern California, as that pitch is swung on through the 5-6 hole. Coach is going to send him around third base. There won't be a throw as the left fielder has a hard time handling it. Henry, you were talking about those kind of hard ground balls in the outfield, and it's sometimes hard to come up with. We see it right there, and it scores a run for Team Canada. Tie ball game yet again here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, when you're an outfielder and you're kind of expecting that ball to roll just a couple inches further and it doesn't, and you're going towards that ball on the run, trying to make a throw down to possibly home plate to keep a run from scoring, and you don't come up with the ball, it just totally throws your momentum off.
Aiden De Leon now the hitter up to bat. Again, he as well on the stat sheet as well with a hit and an RBI. That pitch swung on, lifted high, but foul.
Another thing to add to the list of what makes a great baseball facility, one thing College of the Canyons has going for it are these beautiful trees they have down the first and third base lines, providing plenty of shade. It's 97 degrees.
Yeah, it's a hot one. You can definitely tell that the players out here are certainly feeling that as that one gets away from Jacobo. Again, with all that gear on, you can only imagine how much he's sweating under that. I would not want to be in that position. Any of the catchers wouldn't want to be in that position. Not to mention that crouching down and getting in the catch, it was always difficult for me when I'd be, catching bullpens for pitchers, riding bench, just trying to help the team out any way I can. But I would always have to drop to 2 knees on that one. So it's a 2-1 count here. 1-0 count as that ball is swung on, lifted high and deep to right field. Fielder giving chase on it. It'll land in fair territory. The runner from third will score. Here comes the runner from second. The hitter is going to try and go to third. It looks like he's almost held up, but there's no one covering the second base bag. A 2 RBI double for Aiden De Leon. His third of the day.
Coach Ryan Assis of Team Canada has, taught his boys well. Team Canada coming up with the win in the home run derby as well. But as you can see, they have power spread throughout the lineup. A lot of the hitters going the opposite way with it. Canada currently in control of this game.
So the Mid-Atlantic coach having a word with his pitcher, Corominas. And again, keep in mind that Corominas, not actually from the Mid-Atlantic chapter, resides here in Los Angeles. But again, kind of put his name forward, saw that the Mid-Atlantic team didn't really have the right amount of guys, force things like substitutions and all that kind of stuff. So again, has put his best foot forward here to try and help out. And it kind of raises questions for the Mid-Atlantic coach. This is essentially a guy that he met, just a few days ago. So trying to instill some trust in his guy here and get out of the inning. Only one down here in the bottom of the second. A pickoff. It's actually going to turn into just a step off from Corominas as De Leon bouncing around second base. This is Noah Bindu, the first baseman. 0 for 1 on the day so far. Corominas, long look at second base. Runner's going to take off. The throw to third is going to be way over the third baseman's head. Here comes De Leon coming all the way from second base. The throw will not be in time. And it's a 7-4 ball game here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, that was a great, I think, almost designed play, hit and run, but with the batter in the right-handed batter's box not moving. He definitely provided some protection for his guy to get over to third. Maybe reason why the throw went offline. Foul ball back here into the backstop. 0-1 count.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at these top three hitters in the Canada lineups, they are responsible for all but one run scored in this game. Teto Hairo's come in twice, Javier has come in twice, and now that was De Leon coming in for his second time. Malabanan came in earlier this inning as that ball is ripped down the third baseline for a base hit. Rounding the corner has been due. Trying to find an extra base hit. He's kind of caught up in between the base paths. The second baseman for Team Mid-Atlantic, Martinez, didn't realize how far away he was from first base, so wasn't able to get a throw down. And another base hit a first base hit for Bindu as it brings up Ellis Chua, the catcher. Corominas comes, set the pitch, swung on and fouled back. Chua will start on an 0-1 count here. Keeping an eye on the other game, Midwest are starting to claw their way back here. Again, All States put up a 7 spot in the second. Midwest were the ones who started off the scoring in the first inning with a run, and now they've scored 3 in the bottom of the second as they head to the top of the third inning. It's a 7-4 ball game over there at Pierce College. We've got a 1-1 count here on Chua. That pitch finds the outside part of the zone. 1-2 the count now. Chua looking for his first success of the day on the base paths. Here's the 1-2 from Corominas. That pitch swung on and fouled into the mitt. So it'll be a strikeout. Not sure what's going on there. I also thought that was a 1-2 count. The home plate umpire signaled a 1-2 count before that last pitch, but it's apparently 2-2 now. That pitch outside for a ball, and now 3-2. The count is full here for Corominas. So Bindu on first. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Here's Corominas' pitch. Outside part of the zone. It'll be a walk. So Chua, after thinking that he was down and out on strikes, is brought back into the batter's box and is able to pick up a free 90 feet here. And it'll bring up the new hitter, Roman Whitford. Roman Whitford also 0 for 1 on the day so far. Again, it's been the 1-2-3 hitters for Canada really getting the job done. So Whitford digging in. Here's the off-speed pitch. Not going to land in the zone, says the home plate umpire. It'll be a 1-0 count to start the at-bat. Castro in the on-deck circle for Team Canada. Inside pitch, ball 2. So Canada keeps the message of the story the same. Score a run in every inning. As that pitch outside Jacobo, able to keep it in front. So a 3-0 count here on Whitford. Again, it seems like it's really going to be one of those games, Henry, where we are just going to see run after run after run. Definitely not the pitching matchup. More of the defensive side of things, as that pitch is going to run up and in on Whitford. And now the bases are loaded here with one out. It's Lorenzo Castro stepping up to the plate here for Team Canada. Castro with a golden opportunity to not only get a base hit, but also do some damage against Mid-Atlantic, who really find themselves on the rope here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch from Corominas. Finds the outer part of the zone, strike one. Now if Castro were to get on base here, and obviously let's say that a fielder's choice double play isn't in effect, that obviously doesn't affect Castro, then Canada would be hitting through their lineup here as that ball is flied high into the air. It's going to drop in shallow right field. Right fielder playing back from Mid-Atlantic. One run will score. Everyone is trading places as Team Canada now makes it a 4-run ball game. And now here's Malabanan. He was the one who started off the inning with that base hit, and now finds himself up yet again here this inning. Definitely the greatest sign of success for any team, being able to hit all 9 guys, as that ball is going to get by the catcher. In comes a runner from third. Runner from second and first will advance 90 feet. And now it's a 5-run ball game here for Team Canada.
Well, the runs start coming and they don't stop coming for Team Canada, especially as the mistakes continue to pile up for Team Mid-Atlantic.
Was that a little Smash Mouth reference out of you?
It was. I think it was playing between innings, or there was something. It might not have been.
I do. The vibe was very much Smash Mouth in between innings, but it wasn't that song in particular. Because if it was that song, then it'd be running around in my head right now. And now that you've just said that, now All Star is stuck in my head. So throughout this game, if you guys hear me humming along to what was the movie that was? Was it
Shrek.
Zoolander?
I think it was Shrek.
Or was it Shrek? No, there was like a Ben Stiller movie where like they're like superheroes or something. I get like
Yeah,
All Star was used in Shrek,
Yeah.
but I don't think it was made for that movie. As that ball is hit right over the shortstop's glove, it'll trickle into center field. 2 runs coming in to score for Team Canada. Malabanan feeling like an all-star himself as he's able to drive in 2 runs, his second hit of the inning. And it looks as though we've got a pitching change here for Team Mid-Atlantic. Mid-Atlantic coach has seen all he needs out of Corominas today. We'll have his final line coming up when we come back from the break.
My name is Elish Chua, graduating class of 2027 from Barton High School, and you're watching the 2026 Filipino World Series.
Pitcher now ready to go here for Team Mid-Atlantic. It'll be Caleb Guzman coming in to relieve Jordan Corominas of his duties here in the bottom of the second inning. Canada have had 8 runs come across so far this inning, and they're looking to add more with only 1 out. Runner on first base, that's Malabanan. As Makai Blaze steps into the batter's box for the second time this inning. Next pitch, fastball, pickoff attempt from first is not going to be anywhere near the first baseman. Jacobo throws that one into the outfield. And Malabanan advances 90 feet to second putting himself in scoring position for Blaze. Now, the big question is here for the new pitcher, Guzman Henry, is obviously getting to this top half of the lineup has been the most productive part of the lineup for Team Canada. Now, you could say that they just kind of had a beat on Corominas, or it could be that the guys are just hot. How does Guzman come into this and try to prevent any more runs from scoring, especially from those 1-2-3 hitters from Team Canada?
I think you don't give any free pitches to the 1-2-3 hitters and definitely make them work for those hits. For the rest of the lineup, you try to work around as well, but maybe give a little more confidence to your defense. Get the ball in play, get some outs, get back in the dugout.
Yeah, and you talk about those free pitches. That was a 4-pitch walk there on Blaze. As now we go back to the top of the lineup here for Team Canada. Ted O'Hiro going to be the one to try and do some damage here with runners on and in scoring position. Again, Ted O'Hiro is 1 for 1 on the day. He's got a hit and a walk. He's come across twice, or excuse me. Yeah, he's come across twice in the game as that pitch in there for a strike. Guzman trying to settle in here for Team Mid-Atlantic. Prevent any more damage done. He's got a quick 0-2 count here on Ted O'Hiro. Here's the pitch. Off speed way outside, and it's going to get past Jacobo. Taking off the mask and running to the backstop to get that one. The runners advance again. Now 2 runners in scoring position. That's Malabanan on third and Blaze on second. As the count is now 1-2 here on Ted O'Hiro. It would be a huge momentum builder here if Guzman is able to get this strikeout. And Henry, you were talking about the heat earlier on this inning, and you can just tell that it's really beating down on this Mid-Atlantic team as Ted O'Hiro swings and misses at that one. Finally, the second out of the inning recorded. The second batter that Guzman faces records a strikeout, and now it brings up Jonah Javier. Still 2 runners in scoring position for Javier. Guzman takes a look over at second base. Here's the pitch. Low and outside Jacobo, able to stay in front of this one. Again, it's been Jacobo particularly where you can tell that this heat is really just beating down on him here. We've seen a few pass balls, even obviously kind of like more of the errant throws. He's been able to get a glove on it, but not able to fully snag it into his mitt. Here's the 1-0 from Guzman as that ball is ripped down the third baseline, foul. Javier 2 for 2 on the day so far. He's got 2 RBIs, 2 runs as well, batting a clean 1,000 through 2 at-bats. Trying to find a third here on the new pitcher, Guzman. That pitch high for a ball. Now 2-1 count here. So Malabanan, the runner on third. Corominas is responsible for that runner. However, the runner on second, that'll be the first runner that Guzman is responsible for. As that pitch inside, and it'll hit Javier. Henry, you were talking about giving up the free bases to the 1-2-3 hitters. And there's a free 90 for the 2-hitter here for Team Canada.
Yeah, definitely not what you want to do coming in at this stage of the game, but when 10 runs I've already come across before you came in relief, there's not much else you can do but throw the ball over the plate. Hopefully Corominas' reliever has got some more time to dial it in, maybe clear the bases, but focus at the task at hand right now, which is Jonah Javier.
This is actually Aiden De Leon. As that pitch is high for a ball. But yeah, Aiden De Leon having himself a day so far. Also 2 for 2 on the day. He does have the leg up on Javier with 3 RBIs compared to Jonah's 2. Is that ball low and outside? Jacobo doing a really good job there, keeping that one in front, but it's another ball. 2-0 the count here on De Leon. And surely a walked-in run here would just really bring the vibes down for Team Mid-Atlantic. The 3-0 pitch, high, and ball 4. A run comes in free of charge for Team Canada. It's now a 12-4 ball game, and up steps Noah Bindu. Now keep in mind, Henry, that while the Mid-Atlantic guys are, obviously out there with the sun beating down on them, let's not forget that these Canada boys are also coming up time and time again here in the second inning.
And from where they come, it doesn't get this hot that often.
No,
either.
absolutely. As that ball is ripped deep into left center field, giving chase on it is wooded center field. He's not going to have a play. It one hops the wall. Everyone comes in to score. Bindu with a stand-up 3 RBI double. And Canada is way ahead here in the second.
Bindu with the bases clearing double, I might add, and the lead extends for Team Canada. Keep it moving, as one of the Canadian mothers says.
Yeah, she doesn't want her team to stop, and rightfully so. We've got a 15-4 ball game now in favor of Team Canada, and they're looking to tack on more runs here. That pitch outside to Ellis Chua, and he'll start with a 1-0 count here. 2 outs have been recorded, so Team Mid-Atlantic still an out away here. The 1-0 pitch to Chua swung on the other way, tailing foul territory where it'll land. We're keeping an eye on this All-States Midwest game. They find themselves up by 6 in the top of the third inning. They've got 2 runners on. 10-4 ball game there. Ellis Chua, that ball ripped to right field. It'll go down for a base hit. The runner from second rounding third and coming in to score. 16 runs for Team Canada, 13 in this inning.
And again, that outfield grasp just playing tricks on these Mid-Atlantic outfielders. Don't know what's going on, but the ball just is not coming into their glove or into their hand in the transfer. And when the Canadian base runners are rounding the bags, seconds matter. You need to get that ball in. And so far, this thick outfield grass creating some headaches for the Mid-Atlantic team.
So now it's Roman Whitford stepping up to the plate again for his second time this inning, as that pitch runs him high and inside for ball 1. Whitford 1 for 1 on the day. 0 for 1 on the day, actually. He came in to score on a walk. So he's looking for his first base hit. The pitch from Guzman swung on and missed. It looked like Jacobo wanted to back pick there at first. Chua able to get back. Here's the pitch from Guzman. Swung on, lifted high, but foul. It'll be a 1-2 count now on Whitford. Yeah, Whitford, the flyout and the hit by a pitch today. Digging back into the batter's box here for Team Canada. And I mean, again, it really is kind of cruise control for Canada at this point in the game, as that ball is going to go way over Jacobo's head, the catcher for Mid-Atlantic. The runner from first advances to second, and it evens the count at 2-2. Now, Henry, we've obviously seen a lot of these big leads that teams have had kind of slowly dwindle down here. Obviously, Mid-Atlantic have struggled this tournament, but they have been successful so far in today's game. As that pitch swung on, lifted high in the air, first baseman for Mid-Atlantic trying to track it down, calls for it, and makes the grab. DeCastro able to close out the inning for Team Mid-Atlantic as they are desperate for some shelter to get out of this heat. Team Canada put up 13 in the bottom of the second. We'll see you in the top of the third.
My name is Evan Jacoba. I'm graduating from class of 2029. I go to Saugus High School. My primary position is catcher. My secondary position is pitcher. I throw righty, bat righty, and catch righty. My dream school is UC Santa Barbara, and you're watching the 2026 Filipino World Series.
Back here in the top half of the third inning, Mid-Atlantic find themselves down by 12 runs against Team Canada, who are looking for their second win of the tournament and put themselves back into the win column after suffering their defeat against SoCal on Wednesday. This is Evan Jacobo leading things off here for Team Mid-Atlantic as that pitch swung on, lifted high in the air. Second baseman coming in, not able to make the grab. It drops for a base hit. That's actually not Jacobo. That's number 11 for Team Mid-Atlantic. This is now Jacobo stepping up to the plate here. That was Nico Pelaez. So I'm guessing that in order to give Jacobo a little bit more time to, get undressed from all that heavy catcher's gear that he's been wearing, they move up Pelaez in the lineup one spot. And again, give Jacobo more time here. So he's got a runner on first base. Chung, pickoff attempt. It's a quick one. But Pelaez is able to dive back safely.
Yeah, good move up there from the young lady pitcher we have on Team Canada.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of those quick pickoff attempts over at first base as that pitch is lifted high in the air. Mid infield again, tracking it down. Instead, it'll be caught this time. The shortstop going to take over on that one. He saw the blunder from Ted O'Hiro on that last out. De Leon says, I've got it this time. I'll come in and make the grab, show you how it's done. One away here.
His second baseman, Terrell Harrell, then picks up the hat for him that he dropped after laying out for that first out here. Good camaraderie between the middle infielders.
Absolutely. So here comes DeCastro. First pitch fouled into the catcher's mitt for a strike. Now, the thing that you want to avoid here, Henry, is getting out quickly here. Mid-Atlantic desperately needs a breather. And if DeCastro is going to ground into a double play like it's setting up to be right here, it'll be chaotic for Mid-Atlantic, but DeCastro able to beat out the throw there, luckily. The force out is recorded at second base to get the lead runner out. And now this will bring up Anthony Wallace, the 9-hitter for Team Mid-Atlantic, or it may look like there's actually a substitution here as the home plate umpire is waving at us to note the substitution. This is number 3 for Team Mid-Atlantic. Lucas Tabuena will step up to the plate here. First pitch he sees, swung on, fouled back. He'll start with an 0-1 count.
Yeah, talk about the broadcasters, Chris, right as you talk about Team Mid-Atlantic's need for extending the inning. He almost grounds into a double play.
Yeah, as I was bringing it up, I was going to say that, they're one pitch away here, but thankfully a slow roller. Another fast pickoff attempt that it's going to get by the first baseman for Team Canada.
We saw this on Wednesday. When the back pick is unsuccessful, it really can hurt you because that ball just keeps on rolling out into the far corners of the bullpen we have here down the first base line at Gillespie Field.
Quick chat on the mound between catcher and pitcher for Team Canada. Doesn't last long, however. It's Tabuena. Waits patiently. Tabuena, a household name for the Filipino World Series. We've commented on a few of his games in past years. Trying to get a run in for Team Mid-Atlantic. That pitch finds the outside part of the zone for a strike. Peyton Chung having a day here. As she's way ahead in the count here. 0-2 count. trying to close the door here in the third inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch, lifted high in the air. First baseman giving chase on it for Team Canada. Camps under it to make the catch. Hat falls off yet again for the Canadian team to catch that one. And it's nearly a 1-2-3 inning for Team Canada. Mid-Atlantic not able to catch a break here as they will head back out onto the field. It's a 16-4 ball game as we head to the bottom of the third.
My name is Nikhil Gahunia, graduating class of 2027 from St. Mary's Catholic Secondary School in Pickering, Ontario. I'm a second baseman, pitcher that also plays the outfield. My roots stem from Pangasinan in Quezon City. My favorite Filipino food is chicken adobo, and my favorite Filipino celebrity is Manny Pacquiao. You're watching the 2026 Filipino Baseball World Series.
You're watching the 2026 Filipino World Series coming at you from College of the Canyons. If you're looking to watch the live feeds of the games from this tournament, you can find those on our website, philippines-baseball.org. Tomorrow, we will be live streaming the games from California State University Northridge. A very exciting time for these players as they'll be able to play on a D1 college field, usually at the community college field at Los Angeles Valley College. Then they'll be playing at the home of the Matadors over at CSUN. Team Canada with a huge lead here over Team Mid-Atlantic as the first pitch from the relief pitcher Guzman, who came in last inning, is up and in for a ball on Lorenzo Castro. The next pitch to Castro, up high for a ball. It's now a 2-0 count here. I'm not sure what the home plate umpire is signaling at over here. We've seen that a few times, Henry, and I do feel bad because there's not really anything that we have to help him out here. Now it's a 3-0 count. Again, home plate umpire keeps looking behind him. I'm not sure if it's for one of the parents playing music. Violet Gallegos beside me with about 10 sneezes in a row, as that is a 4-pitch walk to Castro. And I mean, again, Henry, it feels like we're starting right where we left off last inning. A 4-pitch walk issued to Castro. Violet Gallegos still sneezing beside me as Malabanan will step up to the plate here for Team Canada. Definitely is allergy season. And a field like this with the wind blowing. As the first pitch to Malabanan is going to just get past him. The runner from first is going to advance safely. Home plate umpire. Yes, home plate umpire. This is the bottom of the third inning. I'm only mildly concerned that the umpire doesn't know what inning it is. Only mildly.
That heat's playing tricks on everyone.
Absolutely. Back to the action here with Malabanan. Pitch swung on and lifted high into the right center field gap. It drops for a base hit. Malabanan rounds around first base. Here comes Castro to score, and Canada already scoring here in the third inning. Just tacking on runs here, Henry, as that will bring up Blaze to hit the 9-hitter. Makai Blaze for Team Canada, a runner in scoring positions. They're just trading places here. Here's the pitch, off speed, high and inside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Blaze hailing from Pickering, Ontario, representing Notre Dame Catholic High School. We've got our own Notre Dame Catholic High School here in the San Fernando, well, not here because we're not in the San Fernando Valley, but in the San Fernando Valley, our own Notre Dame Catholic High School.
Sherman Oaks,
California. Some big names coming out of that school here in California. I don't know too much about the one in Canada, but the one here, I feel like the big star that I always go to is Giancarlo Stanton, dual athlete at the time. You know the two sports that he played at Notre Dame?
I'm going to say baseball and track, as this one's lifted into shallow center field. Wood's going to be there for it, but the throw in not in time. Another run comes across for Canada. It's 17-14. I'm going to go back to that conversation with Will on Giancarlo Stanton's second sport. I'm guessing track and field he threw javelin. No?
I mean, we need to we'll have a conversation about this. There's going to be a pitching change here for Team Mid Atlantic. Don't whip out your phone. I'll tell you when we come back from this break.
My name is Jerome Malabanan, graduating class of 2026 from Salem Campion Secondary School, and you are watching the 2026 Filipino World Series.
Back here with Game 10 of the 2026 Filipino World Series. Caleb Guzman's job is done. It'll be Jacob Makwindang taking over for Team Mid-Atlantic. And what kind of broadcaster am I, not even mentioning the day that Jordan Corominas had? He finished with an inning and a third, gave up 9 hits, 12 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks. Caleb Guzman comes out of the game. The runner on first, he will be responsible for. But so far, he gave up 4 hits, 3 walks, did record a strikeout. It's the only strikeout for Team Mid-Atlantic so far in today's game. As this is Lucas Teto-Jairo, the one-hitter for Team Canada. That pitch swung on first pitch right through the 4-3 gap. The runner from first will be held up at second, and Teto-Jairo's having himself a day with another base hit. His second of the day. And now it'll bring up Jonah Javier.
Yeah, McKindong's first pitch on the mound there, a strike. Canada batter taking it for the base hit.
Yeah, and we probably should have mentioned, we've been talking about this 1-2-3 spot for Team Canada. Just been so prolific in today's game as that pitch misses high and outside for a ball. Not really the right time to try and get Makwindang settled into this game. He's, again, facing the hardest part of this lineup, arguably. And, again, first pitch is immediately thrown into the action. That pitch finds the outside part of the zone for a strike. It'll even up the count at 1-1. Now, before the break, Henry and I were talking about Notre Dame High School because that's where Makai Blaze hails from for his high school journey. As that pitch is swung on towards the center fielder, it'll maybe get down for it. No, field umpire is calling it an out. He got it right above the grass there.
Great play there.
And believe it or not, Henry, that's the first out of the inning for Team at Mid-Atlantic. 2 runs have already come across to score. It is a 18-4 ball game in favor of Canada, and they've got no sort of thought process of ever looking back, as this is Aiden De Leon here for Team Canada. There's Mr. De Leon. Here's the pitch outside. Jacobo has been working hard today. A lot of balls kept in front. He's been doing a phenomenal job as Makwindang has that pitch a little bit errant on the outer part of the plate. Here's the 2-0. Finds the outside part of the zone. Strike 1. So again, Giancarlo Stanton, dual athlete. You said that he was track and field and assumed that he was a javelin thrower. Now, I'm not sure if you've ever seen a clip of Aaron Judge rounding the bases, but he is so far from a track athlete.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Well, field. Call it field, not track. Javelin.
But even javelin, you need to have some momentum behind you. And
all right, terrible guess.
The guy doesn't.
What was his second sport?
Giancarlo is a 6'6" monster that weighs 200 plus pounds. He's of course a football, baseball dual athlete.
Let's go. What was his position?
I don't know. I just know he played football. Because again, he looks like a football player. He's huge. You ever seen Stan in person?
Never.
Never in person? I was able to catch him at a Marlins game
Yeah.
at Dodger Stadium when he was still there. Lineup consisting of Christian Yelich,
D.D. Gregorius?
D.
No.
Gordon,
Yeah, D. Gordon.
now goes by D. Strange Gordon. Yeah, when he was at the Cincinnati Reds, he had Strange Gordon on the back of his jersey to highlight his mother's side of the family and her
Mm.
maiden name. Also Marcelo Zuna, um, JT. No, not JT Realmuto. Who am I thinking of? Who's? Oh,
Fernandez.
AJ Ellis. Remember AJ Ellis,
Ooh.
catcher, traded
What a
from the
beast.
Dodgers to the Marlins. I believe that was 2014, 2015.
Will Lewin's ball knowledge.
I'm telling you. Well, I
From
was at the time. I love and shout out D Strange Gordon. He was my role model looking up because he just made baseball look so fun and so easy. Diving grabs, and again, D Gordon was never known as like the home run hitter. He made it work with his legs on the base paths and was a phenomenal defender, predominantly over at second base. And again, he was obviously the person responsible for that very emotional home run after the death of Fernandez in the boating accident. And again, it was his one and only home run that year. And, it was rare for D. Gordon to hit a home run, and he was able to poke one over the right field fence at what the time was known as Marlins Park, is now Lone Depot Field, I believe, if I'm still correct on that. I believe they haven't changed the name. As there's going to be a walk there for Team Canada, and runner coming in to score. Again, it's just been a very long day for Team Mid-Atlantic so far. But yeah, love D. Gordon, and again, the only reason why I know so much about the Marlins during that time period is because I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't looking at Marlins scores every now and then, seeing what D. Gordon was up to, and what I really enjoyed the most was when he got traded to Seattle, and I became a Mariners fan for a couple years. Saw the rise of J.P. Crawford when he first made it to the big leagues. As that pitch is swung onto the right side of the infield, second baseman grabs it cleanly. Throw over to second is in time. The fake throw to first isn't going to catch the runner on third, sleeping. Oh, and they're going to call both the runners out. I think just wanting Mid-Atlantic to get back into the dugout here. It'll go down as a double play there. As we head to the top of the fourth inning, it's a 19-4 ball game. Canada way ahead.
Hello, my name is Jacob McQuinnan. I'm the graduating class of 2030. I'm from Lancaster, California, and you're watching the 2026 Filipino World Series.
There have been an onslaught of runs here, thanks to Team Canada and their matchup against Mid-Atlantic here. It's a 19-4 ball game in the top of the fourth inning. Peyton Chung still wheeling and dealing for Team Canada. Off-speed pitch swung on, fouled off.
Ooh. Third base coach's throw a little low at the mound for Peyton.
Trying to rattle the pitcher. I mean, she's been so dominant in today's game so far. I feel like the head coach is looking for anything to kind of go his way here in his Mid-Atlantic team. Makael Wood stepping up to the plate here, as that's a ball inside. Evens up the count at 1-1.
That's Coach GT Magai over on third base for Team Mid-Atlantic.
He was active last night during the celebrity softball game. Got an at-bat, drove in a few runs as that ball is lifted high and deep to left field. Left fielder tracking it down and making the catch. And I mean, again, Henry, Mid-Atlantic have just spent the last couple of innings standing around the field hoping to get back into the dugout. And again, the last thing you want to be doing is recording these outs this quickly. But Macau Wood retired as it brings up Jensen Martinez, the two-hitter.
Yeah, there's nothing more demoralizing than spending 15 minutes out for the top half of your inning and then coming back into the field and going 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Jensen Martinez the hottest bat here for Team Mid-Atlantic as he fouls that one back. He's 2 for 2 on the day so far. He's come across to score twice. Chase Riley in the hole here. He's got 3 RBIs on the day with 2 hits as well. So, again, Mid-Atlantic desperate to get him up as well as Martinez here as that ball gets away from the catcher Chua. It'll be a ball 1 and 2 here on Martinez. This is the 3rd time up for this Canada lineup, or excuse me, Mid-Atlantic lineup, as that hit will land in front of the right fielder for a base hit. Gets by him, not too far though for any more damage to be done. It's a base hit single for Jensen Martinez. 3 for 3 on the day, Mr. Martinez. Jeremy Reyes now stepping up to the plate here for Team Mid-Atlantic. Jeremy spelled J-H-E-R-E-M-Y.
You love to see those random H's in Filipino names. It's
Absolutely. That's how you know.
one of our favorite things to do.
That's the tell right there.
My name, Henry, just starts with
With
an
an H, yeah.
No random H.
Had to. Well, they could have thrown in another H after
Will,
the E.
Will W-H-I-L-L. That's your Filipino name.
Yeah, that's my Filipino name.
Let's go.
That pitch swung on towards the middle of the infield, fielded cleanly by the shortstop. He tags on the bag himself. The throw over to first is way offline. The runner from first takes the run around first. Now he's caught in between the base paths. It's a pickle. The throw to first gets the runner. An untraditional double play on the base path. Jeremy Reyes goes down for the out in the final out of the inning. Mid-Atlantic, again, 1-2-3 inning as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
My name is Lorenzo Castro, graduating class of 2028 from Senator O'Connor College School, and you're watching the 2026 Filipino World Series.
Bad Bunny's Caita playing in the College of the Canyons baseball stadium on a beautiful Friday afternoon. Team Canada taking on Team Mid-Atlantic. The team in red have got a 19-4 lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. This is Roman Whitford leading things off for Team Canada. Makwin Dang still on the bump for Team Mid-Atlantic. That pitch outside for a ball evens the count at 1-1 here. Will Lewin joined alongside Henry Harrison, who's currently going through my browser. The 1-1 pitch, off speed, finds the inside part of the zone, strike 2. What do we know about our guy Makwin Dong? Mr. Harrison?
Makindong, he hails from Lancaster, California, so he's another one of those SoCal imports for this Mid-Atlantic team. At a Highland High School, his dream college is the University of Southern California, and his family's Filipino province is Bohol. It's one of the only islands outside of the main island of Luzon that I've been to.
Wow. That pitch lifted high in the air. Third baseman calling for it, makes the grab. Mid-Atlantic able to record the first out of the inning on the first batter for what seems like an eternity here in today's game. They've been struggling with that. But Makwin Dong able to retire the batter there. It now brings up Lorenzo Castro, the third baseman for Team Canada. Makwin Dang comes set. Off-speed pitch lifted high in the air. Gonna land in foul territory right in front of the broadcaster's booth. Scary moments for the parents of Team Canada and Team Mid-Atlantic. Luckily, no one hurt.
Not a lot of parents in the grandstands right now in front of us, as the sun has just made it almost unbearable unless you have a towel to lay over these metal bleachers and an umbrella to keep the sun off your back.
Yeah, we got a few of those here today, but we're certainly seeing more of a sellout in the upcoming game. The classic rivalry between Northern California and Southern California coming up. Rematch of the championship last year here in the group stages, as that ball skips away from the catcher for Team Mid-Atlantic, Jacobo. Castro on the day, 1 for 2. He's come around to score twice. He's brought in a run as well. On the single. Again, a lot of the Canada players have found success in their own ways. That pitch finding the outside part of the zone for a strike. 0-2 the count here on Castro. You can't help but feel that the weather is really taking a major play here in today's game. Here's the 0-2. Up for a ball. 1-2 the count here.
You know, Will, if we ever get to take this broadcast for PBG on the road when, you know, in the future I can definitely see some tournaments being held back home in the Philippines. We're going to go to Maguindang's home province of Bohol.
Okay.
You're going to see the chocolate hills, the white sand beaches, and you're going to check out those tarsiers, if you've ever seen them, the meerkats with those giant eyes.
Oh, yeah, tarsiers.
Famous for the tarsiers down in Bohol.
Yeah, not to mention that Maguindang's favorite food is lumpia. I'm a big lumpia guy myself. As long as they've got that going on over there, I'm definitely set food-wise.
Big lumpia guy. Will Lumpia Lewin.
Will Lumpia
What we
Lewin.
call him.
And there's an H.
In all three of
In
those
all
names.
three, yeah. It's Will, Whill, Lumpia, Lhumpia, and Lewin. We'll do Lewhin.
Yeah, how
Yep.
about that?
Yeah, I like that.
Mix it up.
Mix it up a little bit. You know, you can't have the
Can't be the second letter
H
every
be the
time.
second letter every time. Yeah, you gotta switch it up. This is now Jorel Malabanan. His 4th time up today. Again, he's had himself quite a day. 3 for 3, 3 RBIs, 3 runs. He's one of 2 Canada batters that's hitting 1,000 in today's game. The other one being De Leon, the shortstop, as that pitch low and outside for a ball. He's got a runner on first, 1 out, bottom of the 4th inning. Getting a 15-run game here in favor of Canada. Henry, we've been kind of talking about the mercy rule and when it comes into effect here. Now, traditionally, going by standard high school rule books, if Team Canada were to muster up 5 runs here in the bottom of the 4th and have a 20-run lead over Canada, then the mercy rule comes into effect. But because they're up by 15, all they need to do is just record the 3 outs in the top half of the 5th inning, and that would be game over. Malabanan walks on 5 pitches, and now it'll bring up Makai Blaze. Or excuse me, this is not Makai Blaze, because Makai Blaze is a right-handed hitter, and this is clearly a lefty. Looks to be number 8. Oh, that was that substitution runner that we had when Maguindang came in to hit. So this is actually, let's see if we can go to the rap sheet really quick. Number 8, Nikhil Gahunia. The Gahunia brothers, as that ball is over towards the right side of the infield. Second baseman not able to come up with it cleanly. An E4 has Gahunia on base for the first time today. We'll send it to the top of the order here, as I believe this is Lucas Tedojairo. It is Tedojairo stepping up to the plate. Maguindang, bases loaded. Here's the pitch. It'll be a ball. Tedojairo, 2 for 3 on the day. Walked, struck out, came across twice. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. That pitch swung on and missed. He's got a double on the day. Also a single. That pitch finds the outside part of the zone for a strike. 1-2 the count here on Tedel Jairo.
Not a completely hopeless situation if you're the Mid-Atlantic, at least in the context of just this inning.
No runs.
No runs. The bases are loaded, one out. You can certainly step on the nearest bag and maybe turn a double play and get out of this one, strand those runners.
Yeah, Canada so far have scored a run every inning. They got 3 in the first and 3 in the third. As that pitch is rolled over to the right side of the infield, a diving DeCastro tries to come up with it, and instead ricochets off of him, goes to the second baseman for Mid-Atlantic, Jensen Martinez, and a bang-bang 3-4-3 putout at first. Don't see many of those, Henry.
Yeah, great diving effort from DeCastro on the initial block of that ball. If he doesn't make contact with that, that's through the 3-4 gap and possibly an extra bases hit, more runs scored for Canada.
So it does bring in a run for Tedel Jairo, so he will add to his RBI count for the day as Jonah Javier steps up to the plate here for Team Canada. Again, we're seeing this top half of the lineup not only get so many at-bats, but do the most with these at-bats as well, getting on base, scoring runs, as that pitch is outside on Javier. "20 runs for Team Canada. A run has come in every inning as that pitch right down Broadway for a strike. 2-1 the count here on Javier. Javier a triple, a single, and a hit by pitch on the day so far. He's amounted 2 RBIs as that pitch taken inside for a strike evens the count at 2-2. Would be a great way to end this inning. A bases loaded jam for Mokwing Dang to see only 1 run come out of it, and that run being scored on a sacrifice ground out. Here's the 2-2, swung on, lifted high and deep into center field. Wood chasing back, it'll get over his head. Both runners will score, and it's a 2 RBI double for Jonah Javier. He pushes up his RBI total to 4. But it's been the man of the hour, Eden De Leon, who's already got 4 RBIs of his own through 4 at-bats, now digging into the plate here for Team Canada.
Pinch runner called in for Team Canada. It's number 10.
Number 10 for Team Canada. That would be, well, that's Jonah Javier. He just got the base hit. I think he was just
gave his stuff to his
I think he was just recovering the sliding mitt there, the oven mitt as they call it, because of the
addition to the equipment list that.
Oh yeah, what's your thought process on that? Like, especially at like the little league level where you've got kids wearing like their shin guards and their Evo shields. They've got the sliding mitts. There are definitely people that are pulled each way on that.
I didn't have sliding mitts during my playing time, so they're a new addition, but anything that makes the game safer or easier is great. The only comment I'll say is it looks really silly when the first base coach comes back with his arms full of this
full
gear.
of stuff. I just feel like the sliding mitt, again, talking solely at like the kind of like, because we're at the high school level here, but kind of solely for like the younger ages, like the little league level.
Might be doing a little.
The sliding mitt I can understand, because I can understand not wanting to wear your batting gloves when you're running around the bases. So having the mitt definitely helps with scrapes and all that kind of stuff, especially, there are a lot of artificial fields, but you're mainly playing on dirt. As that pitch poked foul. Again, this is De Leon trying to get a piece of it there. Unsuccessful. Now a 2-2 count here. But yeah, the sliding mitt I can understand. It's like the shin guards that I don't get. Because with all due respect, in Little League, I think the fastest you'll see is probably like 70 miles an hour? And that's like a pitcher being really good and really dominant with his stuff. As DeCastro draws the walk, it allows Noah Bindu to step up to the plate here. maybe this isn't Bindu. I keep hearing the name Nolan chattering around here. Let's just see if that ball is up high. This is number 18. Well, it's not a good sign on our end. I'm not seeing any 18s for Team Canada on either side, as that ball is ripped down the right field line for a base hit. Whoever this is has got an RBI on the day. Running for extra bases, he's up safely at second base. And another run comes in for Team Canada. 23 runs on the board. That's Stellan Curie with that base hit. And now it'll bring up Chua, the catcher. So it seems as though Curie comes in to replace Bindu. We'll wait to see if he's at first base or not. And now again, here's Chua. First pitch outside for a ball. Chua on the day, 1 for 2. He's got an RBI, has walked twice. Definitely keeping a keen eye in the batter's box. The 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed in the dirt. 1-1 on Chua. While we've got a moment, Caleb Guzman's closing line. 2/3 of an inning pitched, 4 hits, 7 runs came across, all of them earned, 3 walks. But again, the sole strikeout of the game so far. So again, Jacob Makwing Dang, the 4 runs that have come across in his appearance so far, all on errors. So 4 runs, but all unearned. So his ERA is 0. You combine the ERA of Guzman and Corominas for a grand total of 133 as that ball is blasted down the right field line. It drops for a base hit. 2 hops the wall. The runner from third will score. Here comes Curie all the way from second. Another extra base hit for Team Canada. This time it brings in 2 runs, and their total now sits at 25. Big breath there from Henry Harrison, as he also is flabbergasted. Number 12 coming in to pinch run for Team Canada. That's my Canadian coming out there. Number 12 for Team Canada is Kieran Gahunya. So the brother of Nikhil Gahunya, who came in earlier this inning for an at-bat. It seems as though we might have a pitching substitution for Team Mid-Atlantic. Waiting to see what goes on. I still see, yes, I believe this is a pitching substitution. So Makwin Dang's day is over. 6 runs have already come across to score here in the bottom of the 4th inning. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but the mercy rule is in effect now with a 21-run lead. We'll have all the answers for you when we come back after this break.
Stellan Curry, graduating class of 2029 from Windsor Secondary. You're watching the 2026 Filipino World Series.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Team Canada with a 21-run lead as Jensen Martinez will relieve the duties of Makwin Dang. Runner on second base does belong to Makwin Dang, as the first pitch is going to go behind the back of the hitter. Trying to remember where we're at in the lineup. So Curie came in to score. Was it Chua that got that base? So this is Whitford. Gets behind the back of Whitford. Here's the 1-0. And it's going to, I thought that hit the helmet of Whitford. I actually couldn't see that ball going to the glove of Jacobo. It was blocked off by this outstanding pole here at College of the Canyon. So it's a 2-0 count. Jensen Martinez, the position player, essentially coming into pitch here. You could tell he was kind of laughing it all off in between innings, you know, getting some pitches in, seeing them go way over Jacobo's head, but still being very lighthearted about it, which you love to see.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to still enjoy the game.
3-0 pitch swung on, lifted high down the first base line to Castro, trying to make it, but it'll land on top of the first base dugout where Team Canada is currently residing. So Whitford, 0 for 3. He's the only starting player for Team Canada that hasn't gotten a base hit today so far. And quite honestly, this might be his last opportunity to get said base hit. Here's the 3-1, that pitch outside, and he will get on base, but it's still an 0 for 3 day for him so far, as a walk never counts as an at-bat. We were talking earlier about the things that the younger generation wears. And the reason why I don't understand the shin guard is because, again, Max, you've got a guy throwing 70 miles an hour. Let's say that a child does foul one off their shin, which is what the shin guard is there to prevent, as that ball skips away from Jacobo, and it'll be Whitford advancing 90 feet. The new hitter, Castro, stepping up to the plate here, sees that for a ball. If you've got a younger player fouling, again, even a 70-mile-an-hour pitch off their shin, like, let's be honest, it's not really going to hurt that much. And, like, obviously their size is smaller compared to the guys out here on the field. So to say that there's going to be a lot of power behind that swing is a bit of an overstatement. I think, again, we're just kind of obviously throughout time, you know, every athlete wants to replicate the mindset and the mantras of their favorite professional athletes.
One of those mantras, one of my favorites, comes from Coach Deion Sanders, Coach Prime. Look good, play good.
Yep.
So, you know, the youngsters, let them have the ankle protectors, let them have the shoulder guards.
I mean, again, I'm not trying to like gripe on him for it. I just, I just don't. Because again, for me, I mean, I'm a pretty big guy. I've been a big guy my entire life. So my whole thing has been aerodynamics. And I feel like running with a shin guard has never made sense to me. Like, it's uncomfortable to be, at least for me, it's uncomfortable. But running in it just doesn't look pleasant, and I feel like it takes longer to get around the bases. Again, the Evo Shield I can understand. Like, I've seen a few shattered elbows in my lifetime, especially at the little league level, so that I can get. Again, the sliding mitts I get, it's the shin guards that I don't understand. You see a lot of kids with like the Bruce Bolt batting gloves, like they really are like replicating what the pros are doing. And I'm not sure about you, Henry, but like growing up, you'd see what the pros are doing, and like you wouldn't have access to that. You would try to like replicate it, but like you wouldn't have like the same brand name stuff. As that ball is lifted over the shortstop's head, the 26th run will come in for Team Canada off the bat of Castro.
That's got to be a record. First time we've had 26 runs.
Yeah, I don't think
here
we've ever
at the Filipino World Series 2026.
Well, technically it is a 30-run game. I'm sure we've had a 30-run game in the Filipino World Series, but for a team to score 26 runs on their own, and keep in mind this is 26 runs on only 18 hits, and they've left 4 on base.
Very productive on the offensive side of the ball for the Team Canada. Comebacker here without the fence would have definitely been in either Will Lewin or my glove.
Henry, you and I were ready to go, man. We both had our hands up, looking to catch that ball. It's only a matter of time. As Jacobo is trying to get that ball with his hand, the runner from first will just kind of stroll his way on over to second base, as Jacobo slow to get that one.
A stroll is a good way to define this game for Team Canada. Just kind of
hop, skip, and a jump over to second. But yeah, Team Canada showing a little bit of mercy. Speaking of mercies, it's a 22-run game here. As that ball swung on over towards the left side of the infield, third baseman picks it up in foul territory. So it'll go down as a, we'll call it a 100-foot strike there, down the third baseline.
You mentioned the mercy rule, Will. That'll be up to our umpires, Dax Villalta and Frankie Gonzalez behind the plate.
I just feel like if it hasn't been called now, I'm not really sure what we're waiting for. Here's the 0-1 in the dirt, Jacobo. Again, like, you want to talk about the guy that's been putting in work today. Obviously, Team Canada's hitting aside. Evan Jacobo behind the dish has just been doing a bang-up job trying to keep his team in it, keep his pitchers motivated. Again, not letting up on these balls in the dirt. He's had a couple get by him, but they really have been just very errant throws. And, you just get to a certain point in the game where all of that energy has just been drained out of you. And you can see that here from Team Mid-Atlantic as that ball is fouled up. Lands in the grassy area here at College of the Canyons. And as I was mentioning, Henry, we're getting closer and closer to an opportunity at a foul ball. I'd love to catch one to save my equipment. I feel like that's like a bucket list item for any broadcaster to have a foul ball come back at you, and you're saving the equipment, and that's gonna bonk off the head of Malabanan. Seems to be fine. It loads the bases for Martinez, the pitcher. And now this will bring up Gahunya. Gahunya came up to bat, I believe, was it this inning that he's already hit? So this is his second at bat of the inning. He brought in 2 runs on his last AB. He's come across to score twice in the game so far. So this is his third at bat. No, his second at bat. How could he have come in to score twice? Oh, because he was a pinch runner. Slowly but surely we get there. That pitch swung on right past the diving DeCastro on first. Team Canada will make it 27 runs in this game, pushing the lead to 23. And I mean, credit where credit is due here. Team Mid-Atlantic not giving up here. They want to record this last out of the inning.
Yeah, showing a lot of heart on all sides of the ball field. DeCastro, that's not the first time he's laid out for one today.
Yeah, DeCastro's had himself a day over there at first base. He's had a couple of spectacular plays there on the day so far, but not able to reel that one in as it just gets by his glove and into the outfield. This is Lucas Tetelhairo stepping up to the plate here. This is his 6th plate appearance of the day. 2 for 4. An RBI, 2 runs coming across to score. It's going to start off with an 0-1. Here's the pitch. In the dirt for a ball. No one advancing as it skips by Jacobo, the catcher. Evens up the count at 1-1. I mean, yeah, Henry, we talked about just kind of the hot day that it was here today, and Mid-Atlantic definitely haven't helped their cause at all.
So hot, in fact, some of the fans are going tarps off.
Tarps off in the stands, yeah.
At College of the Canyons.
Love to see it. College of the Canyons is letting it happen as Tetelhairo's hit by the pitch there. It'll bring in another run. That's run number 28. It's now a 24-run game, and it looks as though the Mid-Atlantic coach has seen enough of Jensen Martinez, and he will move on to his next position player. That looks to be his shortstop. Yes, that's Jeremy Reyes. Now up on the mound here for Team Mid-Atlantic. So 9 runs have already come across the score here for Team Canada. Mid-Atlantic desperate to find any way to stop the bleeding here, as we'll be right back after this break.
My name is Kieran Gahunya, class of 2026 from St. Mary's Catholic Secondary School in Pickering, Ontario. I'm a middle infielder. My family ranged from Quezon City and Pangasinan, and I think the Toronto Blue Jays are going to win the 2026 World Series. You're watching the 2026 Filipino World Series.
Back here in the bottom of the 4th inning, it's a 28-4 ball game in favor of Team Canada. Jeremy Reyes now up on the bump here for Team Mid-Atlantic as the first pitch he throws to Jonah Javier is line foul. This is Javier's 6th time up. The other game currently going on is All States and Midwest. They find themselves in the top of the 6th inning, All States with a commanding 16-8 lead. And they've got a runner in scoring position with only 1 out. Midwest with 11 hits, though, but I mean, again, looking at these 2 ScoreCasts, Henry, the 2 new chapters of the Filipino World Series might be walking out of here both without a win as that ball is ripped right back up the middle. Jonah Javier has no remorse for the Mid-Atlantic team as he's able to pick up an RBI single. It's now 29-4, and Team Canada are knocking on the door for 30. Aiden De Leon stepping up to the plate now. De Leon on the day is 2 for 4, 4 RBIs, coming across 4 times as well. Very productive day from the starting shortstop for Team Canada. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Again, Mid-Atlantic have been battling with 2 outs here for quite a while, as that pitch swung on, lifted high but foul down the right field line. It's now 0-2 here, and an opportunity for Reyes to get his team out of this inning. 2 double-digit innings for Team Canada, one in the second with 13 runs, and one in the fourth here with 10, as that pitch just misses the outside part of the zone. It'll be ball 1. I mean, Henry, I keep looking over at this ScoreCast. 29 runs. Like, to score 29 runs, it really does take a lot. Here's the 1-2. Off speed swung on through the 5-6 hole. There's the 30th run for Team Canada. You could hear a pin drop here at College of the Canyons, as Mid-Atlantic still looking for their last out of the inning. This will be Stellan Curie. His second at bat of the day, was able to get that double down the right field line. Coming in for Noah Bindu. So this is his second time up this inning. That pitch swung on foul, the right back into the Canada dugout. So he starts off this at bat 0-2. Again, Jeremy Reyes way ahead of the count here. Trying to close it. Get Mid-Atlantic back into the dugout. The 0-2 pitch from Reyes in the dirt and past Jacobo. They're actually going to say it hit Curie. And now the 31st run comes into score for Team Canada. Henry, you start to get to a point where you ask yourself, when is enough enough? As this is now...
I'd say enough was maybe like 15 runs ago.
Oh, yeah. Ellis Chua now digging in here for Team Canada. Now, the flip side of things, obviously, looking into tomorrow's games, the highly coveted knockout games for the Filipino World Series taking place at CSUN primarily. The consolation games, which I'd like to imagine Midwest and Mid-Atlantic will be seeing each other in, will be taking place at Pierce College, one of the two at Pierce College tomorrow. And then again, the 2 semifinal games at CSUN, and then that championship game, 6 o'clock. As that ball is ripped high and deep into right field. Right fielder has no idea where it is. It's going to hit the top of the wall. Ellis Chua with the longest RBI single I've ever seen in my life. The score is now 32-4. Head coach for Canada stops the runner at third from scoring. And it'll bring up number 11, Roman Whitford. I mean, what a hit there from Chua. But again, we're at a stage in the game where you just can't get behind it, and it seems as though the remorseful tag out at the runner on third trying to maybe deke the pitcher Reyes is unsuccessful, as Team Canada is able to put another 13 spot on the board. That's their second one of the day. They lead this game 32-4 as we head into the top of the 5th inning.
My name's Santa De Castro, graduating class of 2029 from Walter Johnson High School. You're watching the Filipino World Series 2026.
Welcome back to the 2026 Filipino World Series Game 10 between Mid-Atlantic and Canada. Will Lewin joined alongside Henry Harrison, as Team Canada has just blown this one out of the water. They find themselves up 32-4 here in the top of the 5th inning. Peyton Chung, the starting pitcher, has been taken out of the game. This is now Aiden De Leon stepping up here in relief for Team Canada as that pitch skids by his catcher, Chua. Chase Riley, the batter for Team Mid-Atlantic, as that pitch way outside for a ball. It's a 3-0 count quickly here on Riley. De Leon trying to find his command here in the top of the 5th inning. That pitch down the third base line, foul. Henry, are you here to tell me that Peyton Chung is playing the field or she is not?
She is. She's in left field.
She's in left field. Big shout out to Peyton Chung. 4 innings pitched, only gave up 6 hits, 4 runs. 2 of those runs were earned. 5 strikeouts. She comes out of the game with a 3.5 ERA. Great day from Peyton Chung as that ball hit towards the shortstop. Fields it on 2 hops, bobbles it a couple of times. The throw to first takes the first baseman off the bag. Chase Riley on base as it now will bring up number 13 here for Team Mid-Atlantic. Not sure who that is, if I'm being 100% honest, Henry. We've seen a lot of substitutions in the game so far. Let's see if I've got a 13. I do not. We'll have to see what the ScoreCasts tell us. The boys up here in the broadcast booth, they don't know who it is either. You could just put down number 13, and he will be Mr. Unknown for the time being, unless one of the parents overhearing my conversation wants to tell me who this is. No heads turn. That pitch swung on and missed.
Anyone? Anyone?
I heard
Bueller?
an Averill? An Avery? Not sure. Next pitch. Swung on up the middle. 1 hop gets by the shortstop. He moves over Chase Riley, who saunters his way into second base. And now here comes Evan Jacobo stepping up to the plate here for Team Mid-Atlantic. Jacobo 0 for 2 on the day so far. He's struck out as well. First pitch he sees, low for a ball. 1-0 the count. That pitch outside, also a ball. 2-0 here on Jacobo. Team Mid-Atlantic find themselves down by 28 as that pitch finds the outside part of the zone for a strike. 2-1 the count now. That pitch outside, not finding the zone this time. It's now 2-2. So now the question is that if this inning ends, obviously we're kind of approaching the time limit as that pitch is going to hit Jacobo. And it'll bring up the next hitter, Pelaez, the left fielder. He's had his work cut out for him today. Ton of balls hit over towards that left side of the field from Team Canada. He'll step into the box here. Also looking for his first base hit of the day. Swung on, fouled back. First pitch he sees from De Leon. It's quickly an 0-1 count here. That ball swung on again, fouled down that first base line. Here's Nico Pelaez's little lower third graphic. Here's the 0-2, swung on. He's going to keep it to the right side of the field. This time it's in play, but an out is recorded. A run does come in for the first time since the second inning for Team Mid-Atlantic, and they cut the lead to 27. Reminds me of an infamous Chris Paul meme in the NBA playoffs as that pitch fouled back. This is DeCastro. Also 0 for 2 on the day. Looking for his first base hit. That pitch inside. He moves out the way of it. Evens up the count at 1-1. On the other side of things, all states have just blown it open. They find themselves with another 20-run game. This time they've allowed 8 runs against Midwest. They've scored in every inning but the first as they lead by 12 in the top of the 6th inning. So 2 pretty prolific blowouts here to start off the last day of group play of the 2026 Filipino World Series.
2 firsts also for the All-States. First runs allowed, since that last game on Wednesday, but also first time going past the 6th inning.
Yeah. De Leon records that strikeout, his first of the day. And it now brings up to Buena as that pitch finds the outside part of the zone for a strike. De Leon really honing in now. Either wants to end the game or get his team back in the dugout. We will see by the end of this inning. Again, we're well past that mercy rule. Canada almost got to a 30-run lead. We've got a 1-1 count here on to Buena. De Leon's pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 the count here. To Buena, only 1 at bat before this. He flew out last inning. Coming in for Anthony Wallace, the right fielder. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. A fitting end to this one as the position player De Leon records the final out of the inning on a pass ball on the substitute to Buena. Final score here from College of the Canyons, 32-5. It will end Mid-Atlantic's run in the Filipino World Series. A valiant effort from the team on the East Coast to come out to LA and give it all they got. They'll go 0 for 3 on the tournament as they await where their consolation placement is tomorrow. Those games taking place at Los Angeles Pierce College. If you're looking to watch the live casts of those games, you can catch it on our website, philippines-baseball.org. But Team Canada, Henry, what a performance. 22 hits, 32 runs. Big shout out to Peyton Chung, the pitcher, wheeling and dealing, laying the hammer down on this Mid-Atlantic team, not allowing to get on base at all. Aiden De Leon finishes an innings pitched. He gave up a hit and a run. Again, records 2 strikeouts on the day. That run was unearned. On the other side of things, Jensen Martinez couldn't record an out. Gave up 2 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, and a walk. And then Jeremy Reyes came in after him. He recorded the final out of the inning, but that wasn't after he gave up 3 hits and a run, which was also earned. So Team Canada awaits the results from the remaining games today. They are 2-1 in group play. On the flip side of things, all states looking to go undefeated for the first time in group play in the Filipino World Series. They lead by 12 against Midwest, who again might also fall in this tournament without a win. Henry Harrison, what are your closing thoughts on this one here at College of the Canyons?
Well, we were really looking forward to seeing Peyton play after her introduction at the banquet on Monday, and what a show she put on. Really a great example for all the girls at home that can picture themselves in a Philippines baseball jersey playing here in Los Angeles at the Filipino World Series, hopefully the first of many. For Team Mid-Atlantic, we like to thank them for coming out, as you said. It's always exciting. Every year, PBG grows, and the expansion keeps on going. More baseball here coming up at 5 o'clock for you. We have the matchup between NorCal and SoCal here at the College of the Canyons. Happening at the same time, Los Angeles versus Hawaii at LA Pierce College. For now, good afternoon. We'll see you for the NorCal-SoCal game.
Yeah, thank you for that, Henry. And again, make sure you're tuning into all the Filipino World Series action. Again, it was a long one here, but we finally got to the end. But yeah, like you said, Henry, very highly anticipated NorCal-SoCal matchup coming up, and then LA taking on Hawaii later on today. This has been Will Lewin and Henry Harrison saying mabuhay, and we'll see you in the next one.